All right, guys, how you all doing? Great to have you with me today. We are live on TradingView, Facebook, YouTube. If you All right, guys, how you all doing? Great to have you with me today. We are live on TradingView. All right, so let's start that again. Hey, guys, great to have you here. Crypto here from cryptogasmic.com. We have a live episode of the TA show ready to go for you guys today. So sit back for an hour or so. We're going to go through the charts, have a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you have any other coins, just while we're waiting for people to join us. For those of you who don't know, my name is Scott, cryptogasmic.com. We are a platform that helps people get into crypto, teaches you how to trade. Our whole goal is to create financial freedom through cryptocurrency. I live down here on the beach in Mexico. It's beautiful. And thank God to cryptocurrency trading, I'm able to live my life down here. So over at cryptogasmic.com, that's what we're trying to create for people who want to create financial freedom. We believe that now is the time. And we use TradingView tools to do all of our trading. So we got a few people online now, so I'm going to jump in. We're going to start looking at Bitcoin. You can drop me a little message down here in the chat box on whichever platform you're on. Let me know where you're from, what's your name, what cryptos you're into, what coins you want me to have a look at, and we will. So we will get into Ethereum shortly, but let's jump in now and have a look. So I always start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin kind of runs the market. So we look at it from a couple of various points of view, long-term, short-term, for those people who don't have Bitcoin, they want to know a good price to get in, those people who are trading on a daily basis, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to look at it. So the more information you can give me about your own personal situation, then we'll be able to give you a bit more information. So let's start having a look at Bitcoin. So in the short term, let's start in the longer term actually, because that's a lot easier to so you can kind of see things and what's going on. So after peaking out at 40,000, we are in a obvious downtrend. I've been saying this for a week or two now, and we have to acknowledge that. So, and we are in that until we're not, right? So, and this is how it happens, right? And then before you know it, you're at 26, 27,000 thinking, how do we get there? So let's just analyze that really quickly. So in effect, to get back into a bullish mode, we really have to break this very, very simple resistance line, okay? We're going to look at this. I usually look at it in the logarithmic chart. Yeah, we can do that. So the positives are on the daily. We're still holding the green trend very, very confidently. As we were back in this area here, right? I kept saying the same thing. We probably will drift down into the cloud. So at that stage, people who were just getting into crypto and Bitcoin wanted to know, is now the time? My advice was no, not yet, because we do have a retracement of this massive run up that really has to wash a few people out, wash a few dollars out of the market, and that's what's happening now. Okay, long term, I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Obviously, I want it to go to 100, 200, the moon, wherever you want it to go. But this is the way the cycle happens, right? So when we're trading, we try to, we look for these very obvious consolidation and breaks, okay? And we can only take whatever the market wants to give us. Sometimes it wants to give us all of this. Sometimes it only wants to give us this. From a trading perspective, sometimes it wants to give us this on a short, right? Exactly, you get the point. So we just want to make sure that we're in at the best prices, have our markers that we're looking out for, our resistance levels, and then we play our trades from there. So I was looking at Bitcoin long this morning and the sort of things that we're looking at. So I did have that on this chart. So I was looking at it this morning. Let's kind of scale down a little bit to the 6 hour. So this was the area I wanted to watch to see if it would hold or not. Okay, and it didn't. We really needed it to hold the EMA and the trend on this smaller time frame, and it just didn't. Right. So it was around. Yeah, this was the time frame I was looking at, the 3 hour. Okay. So at that time, it was in this channel. So, and this channel, like this, coming off a downtrend like this, is regularly quite bearish. Right, it'll usually trend up and then break back down. So I'm going to have a proper look at this trend in a minute. We'll get rid of some of these things. I just noticed a little buy signal on there, and this is why, guys, you can't just trust buy signals or signals that anybody else gives you. Right, this is a script that I use from somebody that I know, and you know, it's a good indicator, but I never ever run my life trusting it on these things. Look, so that was a buy candle. It went up, and now you're in a loss, right? So this is why I always say to people, you can never just subscribe to a signal group thinking that they can just tell you when to buy and sell. You've really got to know your own thing, what you're doing, right? So, yeah. Okay, so from the longer term point of view, I've always said I think we're going to hit 26,000, 28,000 again. Maybe briefly, all very briefly. Let me just turn these indicators off so everything's a little bit cleaner. Yeah, let's just get rid of that for now. Okay, so if we were going to go long and break up, I would have gotten into a long position. The first thing I'm looking at is this 34,500 mark, which is double top. You know, they're just resistance areas that when I'm in if I'm trading, and this is purely for people who are trading the long and the short, right, doing the margin trading. So you want to look there. You know, you want to really look in there as well. Okay, this was my take profit 1 area based on some fibs, which I'll show you in a minute. Take profit 2 and 3. That's if we were going short. Now if we were going short, we had this position here, which it bounced off exactly, right here. And that again would have been another position to see if you didn't go short there. You want to kind of check it here. And again, this is only if you're looking for those 2 to 3% times 5x, 10x, whatever it is that you're doing, right? So that breakdown of the EMA started pointing down, quite obvious. Yeah, so right now we're traveling in this ascending wedge. All right, let's get a couple of those wicks in. Come on, man. Let's get a couple of those wicks in there, like that. Okay, I mean, when those wicks get a bit pain in the arsey, you can kind of go like this. So this is really an important piece right here now for Bitcoin. So any kind of support that we're getting here, you can easily take a long position. You got a lot of things in your way. The bottom of the trend ribbon you have to look out for, boom, 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 here, here, here. So now to look at a short position, we're looking at this yellow line where we bounced. We're getting some support now. So it's all very choppy at the moment, okay? So it's a bit of a pissing contest, to be brutally honest with you. At the moment, as we travel through this trading zone here. Okay. So as we kind of travel through this trading zone here on Bitcoin, just change the color of it. Okay. So a breakdown here could see a short position. Then we're looking at this very strong triple bottoms just here, and your confirmation will be falling through there. down into this area here. So that's if you are looking for the long and the short. I'm still very bullish on it on the long term. And if you're looking just to invest, just scale down your entries in 30,000, 29. And I do still think that something I kind of do like is you can see here all of these times. Now you got to remember that we are in an A, B, C. We may have already done the ABC. Not sure on that yet. But you can see a couple of times. So we got a wave 1, but we didn't get a wave 2. So we got another wave 1, we got a wave 2, and then it failed. So even if you get in at the right, you've got to get in at the right positions and not chase on these wave patterns. So that's what we're trying to look for here. So, and again, and this happens in the downtrend all the time. So we obviously recognize that there's only two sides to a trade on a bigger time frame or any time frame, and we are now on the side that we don't really want to be in as far as trading long goes. Okay, you could have easily just taken a short here, right? You could have easily have just taken a short here and just sat in it, right? And you'd be doing okay. You'd be doing okay. All of this up and down and all of this kind of malarkey, you'd still be sitting in at 18, 90%, at 5 or 10x, really big money. Okay, and you're just trading this channel here. That would have been a take profit, so that would have been your whole, and then you just sit as it goes down and it goes up and it goes down and it goes up. So we can't deny, right, that we are in a bear market on Bitcoin right now, no matter what anybody tells you. You can just let it speak for itself. Okay, so until we climb out of this, until we really climb out of this, even if we look at this, okay, so we really got to climb out of this and above that red cloud. So we got to get above that 35, 36 area and start opening and holding candles and heading in the right direction. So lots of support on the trends, falling below the red cloud. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a drop today to, between 30,900 and 31, something like that today. This would not surprise me. This area here. Okay, so that's what I'd be looking for, probably at the close of today, which is in 2 hours from now. So that's Bitcoin. Let me just check the questions, see if we have any comments. All right, so we see if we have any questions whatsoever. So we have, let me just check on over here. No questions today. We've only got a few people watching. Don't forget, guys, drop me your coin. Let me know which one you want to look at. Just drop it in the box. I should get it here. I've got like a one sort of central platform where I get all of the questions, hopefully. You can follow me on TradingView at Cryptogasmic, Telegram at Cryptogasmic. We are giving everybody a 1-week free trial subscription of Cryptogasmic at the moment. So trade signals, charts, educational videos, the VIP chat group where we talk about trades all day long. Our object is to get you on the path to complete and utter financial freedom, escape the whole system, live wherever you want with a laptop, work, make money, and that's what we're trying to get you to do. Okay. So moving on until you let me know which coins you want to look at, and we'll keep moving on. Let me just check TradingView very quickly. I don't think if you leave a comment on TradingView, I'm not sure that it's that it actually not sure that it actually pops up in my little box here. So let's just have a look. Maybe. There we go. So here's the TradingView box right there. Okay, and here's a couple of signals that we've had over the last couple of days that we've been looking at. So Bitcoin, this is the one we're just talking about now, I think, unless it's, oh, there you go, I'm not even a member of my own platform. So we'll have a look at that later. So one thing I am liking about this is that we are making 5 waves there, and for us to continue the 5 waves in there, it will have to take us up through that area. Okay, so we have a nice second. You can see we've hit that fib perfectly, but unfortunately now we've actually fallen right through. So this was again today why we were looking in this area. All right, this area here was really, really, really important to hold today. So as soon as it broke through there, a lot of people got out of that trade. So that Elliott wave is now off. And what we are now looking at is a retracement of the whole thing. So something like this. Okay, so this would fall in line with that 31,692. So this is the area now that we're probably going to look to try and maybe catch it. Okay, so this would be the area that I'll be looking at for Bitcoin, for the short-term traders who want to go long. You know, those are the, so I would be looking at 31,639 with a safety trade at 31,240, 30,717. So those would be the areas we'd be looking at now for a bounce back up into that 32.5. So that could be a decent long trade there. On the long term, we'll just finish with this now. As I said, there you go. I mean, it's pretty easy to see, right? Now, anybody who knows the markets knows how they travel. So we've hardly even done a retracement there. So if we even look at a simple retracement just from here of 50 to 61.8, right? This is the area we're looking at, you know, in there. I think it would be a quick bounce out of there. We could possibly be looking at 23,242 again, but this is the area that seems to be holding really well. The 30,000 mark is holding really well, and anytime it gets down to that 28, it pushes up really, really quick. So it's getting to the point where it does need to start turning around. That 29,859 is the bottom line really that we want to see before we start heading up. Okay. So that's the way I see Bitcoin right now. So if you're a long-term person looking to get into Bitcoin, I would be waiting, and anytime it goes under 30, I would start scaling in my entries there. Still lots of green cloud. Okay, so moving on. If nobody's let me know a coin they want to look at. Oh, right, okay. So my average is 81. If you're a cricket player, that's really good. All right, as I asked, hey Scott, do you use Kraken? Yes, I do. I use Kraken, I use Bitfinex, and I've now got into Binance, and I'm starting to use the 3Commas bots and automated trading and stuff, so it's really cool. So, yes, I do. Marco, says, you don't think Bitcoin can test 30K in a few hours? Yeah, I do. Like, I don't know in about a few hours, and you never know, right? These things they hit hard, they hit fast. Maybe, you know, I mean, the way it's trending right now, why not? You know, we are starting to get a little flag pattern. Here, which kind of looks bearish to me, to be honest. You know, like that, and like that. So that is really starting to look bearish. Again, it'll usually do something like this, have a little run up, and then do this. Whoops, sorry. Now, it doesn't always do that, but that's what I'm expecting at some point. So let's keep our eyes on that one, right? But if you want to go long on Bitcoin, you want to get the lowest price that you can. So that 28,488 to 29.8, that 1,000 area in there, to me seems a really good area to go. So you can see how these patterns break down green, 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 everybody's getting excited, it breaks through, and then bang, right? Another little one here, and then bang. Start to get a little bit of momentum. Now, it can turn the other way. But all we're doing is just slowly, painfully, all these people that chased it through here are now just getting, so if you bought Bitcoin there and it's come down and you break even, okay, we're in profits, here we go. And then it's just a slow burn, man, and that's the way it goes. And then those people who bought up here, right, and now all of a sudden it's here, they're like, screw this, I'm getting out of this. Whoever put me into this doesn't know what they're talking about. And usually at that point is when it starts to go like this again. All right, and that's it. That's the way it works. So we're looking for those. So, I mean, that to me really is looking like it could break down again. So we want to just have these markers, and it is already breaking down. So I would be looking at that there as a possible short, and then you want to look at this bottom and it might fall through. The reason you want to get into the positions early is because if it goes the other way, your risk reward is very small. Right, so if you're in a long position, there it is, right? So if you're in a long position and you get in, if that breaks down there and you get in here, right? Sorry, in a short, going to go short, right? You can easily set a stop loss there. I mean, it's quite a big stop loss, to be honest. What are we on the 12 hour? Let's have a look at the 6. Yeah. So you can see like those trend ribbons, those EMAs are really good indicators for support and resistance. All right. So right now we're going to have to relook at this at this level here. Maybe let's look at the 3 hour. So you can see that really is consolidating. Okay. Like that. And like that. So we're right on that level. So we may find a little bit of support out of here, but then we've got to watch this EMA. So going long, we've got a lot of support to get through. So if you're going to buy Bitcoin there, be prepared to average down here. And that's the way I see it. All right, so let's move on. I would love to have a look at BSV today. I'll do it right now for you. We'll have a look for it right now. Okay, BSV, let's have a look. I'm assuming you want to have a look at Binance. Is it on Binance? All right, I'm going to have a look at Bitfinex. So BSV is not one I've really spent a lot of time with. So what I can see, a couple of things very clearly to start with. It's I would say that it's bottomed out here, maybe. I mean, so that was previous trading area. So you don't really want to see it get down into here, and it has held that support there. So it's definitely capitulated, hasn't it? Right? Totally capitulated. So, I mean, you could grab some early buys on that one from a trading perspective. Not too sure on the fundamentals, really, but that was a massive, very fast breakdown. Yeah, look, you can really see through there. I mean, you could probably even move that to like there. Mm. Yeah, kind of there. Look, even all the way back through here. Look, right. So for a long time, I mean, this is now going back to July 2020. So you can really clearly see where it goes bullish and bearish, right? So I'd say that's a pretty fair trading zone on that one, and it has just climbed out of it. Oh no, it's got resistance in there again. So I don't know right now. I would want it to climb out of here and start a new consolidation period. Even back here, you can see it took 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it took 1 there, completely come down again. You really want to wait, and you want to get it just as it comes out. So if it does make these moves, I mean, it does this a lot, doesn't it? Look, right? It goes up and it wipes out a lot. Everything that goes in comes out. Everything that goes in comes out. Everything. So obviously on this one, if you get in, you want to get in at the beginning of the cycle or just as it breaks support there. I would wait until it just breaks support there, because what you don't want to do is have that happen, okay? Which has happened a few times over here, look, over here. So I would wait for a little bit of support. I don't think there's a lot there telling me that it's, I mean, that's a big ass red cloud. You know, very slightly trending upwards through there, and then it, so that's again, those are those breakouts. So no, I wouldn't say we're bullish on that one yet. I would say we are in capitulation stages, and if there's really something you want to get involved in, you know, I mean, yeah, you really need that to so you can even see here, right? It was making this and there. So from a trading perspective, and it's just resisted again, right? So this could easily do that coming off of this, and then just make that again. Right. So no, that one is not on my list to go long anyway, personally. Hope that answers your question. Right. Bitfinex, yes it is. Josh, hey Josh, what entries would you shoot for on Ethereum for long term? Okay, it's the same thing. Mana, says Thomas, I'm going to have a look at that very shortly. Mana is one of my big ones. Let's look at Ethereum right now for Josh. Let me just check quickly, see if we've got any other questions on any of the other platforms. Just having a look, guys. Just having a look here quickly. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I might be sending it a Telegram, actually. Nope. No idea what that is. So, okay. What is that noise? Is that alerts or something? Or? I have no idea what that is, so let's crack on. Hopefully, I'm not sure whether you guys can actually hear that ringing noise or not. I have no idea where that is coming from. Bitfinex. Something was going on Bitfinex. All right, so moving on now. We're going to have a look at Ethereum. We're going to have a big look at Ethereum right now. Let me know what platform you guys are looking at as well, because I'm trying to still work out where we can answer the questions from and where we can't. Ethereum. Let's have a look. A lot of red there. And you know what I'm finding is during this time of the day, for me, there's a lot of red. When I wake up in the morning, there's a lot of green. So just something I'm becoming aware of, that maybe I should start trading at nighttime. So Ethereum has fallen through completely all the zones that I was looking at. So, you know, that 1400 test really failed. And as I've been saying, Ethereum for me is performing so much better than Bitcoin. Right, it's still in the upward channel, okay? Whereas Bitcoin is kind of the other way. So we've now reached, oh, there you go, it's an alert there. It's wherever these alarms go. They've completely changed for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. Something's happened with my alarms. Sorry, guys. I really don't know what that is. Something is happening with my alarms. Wow. Yeah, my alarms never used to go off like that. Sorry, guys. I really don't know what that is. So I'm sure it'll disappear shortly. Bizarre. Okay, so let's have a look at Ethereum. So the question was, what a good area to get in again for Ethereum? Well, you know, I never really understand this question, because I've been saying it since the same thing. Back here. And what happens is a lot of people don't get in, and then it runs, and then once it's up here, they go, oh, I hope it really falls so I can get a good entry. And then it falls, and then they don't know, because maybe it'll fall further, and then it goes up again, and then they can get in again, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So all I can tell you, one thing for sure, is this area here is resisting big time for the moment. All right, and pushing it down from there. So Ethereum is one that I'm huge on this year, as everybody knows. So I would say we'll probably retest that 1250 mark again. You got to remember that the market will obviously do the opposite of what sometimes everybody thinks it's going to do. So once it kind of broke this 1432 up into here, I'm probably assuming a lot of people decided to start going long, right? So now we're wiping all those longs out very quickly. So I think the next run up will probably be the one, because what happens is, like, Bitcoin did the same thing, didn't it? It went to 40, fell back, went to 40 again, and everybody thought it would go through, and it fell back. So I think the next run through will be the next one or two, but we have a bit of consolidating again to do. We have to prove the 1200 price point and the 1300 price point. So I would be looking probably again back at this strong consolidation area here. Maybe the same movements that we've been seeing for the last, you know, all month, really. So anything that you can get close to 1200 or under is what I'd be taking. We're a long way from that green cloud. We're a long way off the trend. So yeah, 1167, 1150, something like that would be where I'd be looking at. And if it happens to go under 1,000 again down in here, then I would be jumping on that right there as well. We do have a massive cup and handle forming that I've been telling everybody about. Okay, so we're just building out that handle right now on this. All right, so you can see that it didn't really break. So that's the line that we're looking to break, and at some point that is just going to break through and go. But there's a lot more washing out here to do. But it's holding the 1100 mark really, really, really well. 1200 kind of, for me, is not 100% yet. But that 1100 mark is holding really, really well. So Ethereum, I would be just waiting anywhere down to here. Anywhere low 1100s, I'd be jumping into that if you can, if possible. You might not even get down there again. You can see on that longer time frame, this one in particular, that really congested, that area that's been bouncing through for the last week or two, right? That's, it's this frustrating pattern, but it has now broken out of there. So I would be looking to see if we can hold that this level right where it is right now is kind of the important, because we're now in support, right, of that line. We've been resisting one, two, three, 4 times. Okay, this is the 3 days, so 2 weeks resisting that one. Okay. Okay, so let's see over the next day whether that can get a little kick out of there and support. Maybe. I got into Ethereum. I'm just looking to add at a decent price. That's great. Play sound settings on alarms. Yeah. Let's have a look. Where is my settings on my? Sorry about this, guys. I don't even know where they are, where the settings are on that one. So I'll have a look at that later. Okay, next coin somebody wanted to have a look at was Mana, one of my old faves. Let's have a look. Having a few pains in the chest, actually. I don't know what that's all about. It was a pretty big weekend, actually. Mana USD, is that what we're looking at? Is Mana even on Binance? Yeah, it is. So let's have a look. Great. I'm just getting into the world of Binance now, actually, so I'm coming around to it. So yeah, look at that. One of my old babies that I haven't looked at in ages. Now, I traded this back in the 16-17 bull run on Bitfinex for huge profits, and anybody that's in my group knows that this is a coin I love to trade, and wow, I've actually taken my eyes off it. So I don't know. Does anybody know? Is the project still going? The fundamentals of it all? I need to do a bit of research on it, because obviously a lot of let's get rid of those big wicks. Okay, so I would be, looking again. I'm going to set an alarm because Mana is one that I want to trade if it's still going. Nice waves. Let's have a look after this consolidation area. There's just too many coins to keep your eyes on. That's the problem. This is one of the things why I love Mana. It really holds trend. It really bounces where it's supposed to, and it just really plays to the TA. So right now, I'd be looking in that area. We could be looking for a 5th wave. Well, let's look at the whole thing. I just don't like these massive wicks. But let's do it. Okay. Yeah, so if we apply a simple wave strategy to this, I'm just going to do the bodies. 1, 2, really nice big 3rd wave. So this 4th wave, I'll be looking, yeah, right there for a run like this, and possibly a breakdown to here as well. So we have to check that at the time. So I'm really going to be looking for this one here. It is holding its resistance here, but after such a big run, I would expect that to retrace a bit further. So I'm probably going to be looking for her in that area there. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for on Mana, but that's looking good, isn't it? I mean, it's only new to Binance, but if you look at the Mana on Bitfinex, which is where I used to trade it, it's not there anymore. Okay. So this is another really good cheap one for guys to for you guys to have a look at. Right, 16-cent job. So back in, it's not showing the information from back that far, but this is one that I've loved trading. Okay, really love trading this one. You can see that it's broken. It's broken down from parabolic run down. Yeah, that's looking good. Broke out of that channel, got support, and off it went. Yeah. So yeah, let's look for that one to come back down where I just said, and we've got some alarms set on that one. So let's have a look at her. All right, moving on. Ollie says there's a rumor there is a grayscale trust for Mana. Oh, really? Mana is a project I love. Like, I've always loved it. You know, people think I just play Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, big ones, but no. I love Fun, which is one that nobody ever talks about. It's up 300%. I love Mana. I want to check Power. Power used to be one. You know, I've got to be careful of a lot of the old school ones. I don't even know if they're still around. So if anybody can research some of these, but these are some of the coins that I made a lot of money on in the last run. So Malinka. Hey Malinka, how you doing? It's nice to meet you, man. Let me know where you're from. XTZ is one of my favorite coins for this year. So yeah, man, let's have a look at Malinka's XTZ. So this is one that we're really big on, and we were looking at it in these trading panels. So right now it's actually sitting right outside the big trading panel that we have, the wedge grid. So this is my grid. So I want to see whether it has some support here or not. Any form of support in here would be very bullish. You can see the 6-hour green trend is really, really steep. So this is Tezos, if I remember correctly. Okay, a long way from trend right now. Okay. All right, so very important to see this area here. We may hit that EMA at $2.87. So I'll be really interested to see what happens here. I just want to check the wave count on this. So we've got really good entries on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. All right, new 1, 2, 3. So that is kind of failing that right there. So I would just really keep my eyes on this. for now, right? So any break of that in either direction, which is going to be the EMA, which is where I've got my alarm, or if that can sort of start to break up out of here and then past that tops, that's another place to probably look at it to see it moving on. We may need a bit of a washout on this. Maybe $2.77, maybe down into the trend at $2.60. I think anything under $2.50 would just be accumulate it and buy. To be honest, at $2.50, some green cloud there in the future. So we're just consolidating down, washing out a little bit. We came down, we completely chewed up all of those sales, right? So you can see, nice run up, bang. People were really keen to chew that up. Anything that got sold was really keen to be chewed up. So yeah, I'm big on this one. We're going to see this $4 area again sooner than later. Definitely. Yeah, get in. That's all I can say. Thanks, Simon. If everybody could like the stream and then we can get the algo to share with more people, I really appreciate that, guys. If you can like it, share it with your friends. If you find information, we're trying to help people, trying to save people from getting in at the wrong place. I want to educate people. Crypto, I love it. I make money from it. It's how I live my life. It's just a really good thing. So yeah, guys, please share it, like it, add a little comment. Hashtag Cryptogasmic. If you can go on Facebook, write us a review. Whether you're learning, even if you don't like us, it's the open market. You can write whatever you want. So it'd be really great if you go on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, use the hashtag Cryptogasmic. And yeah, help us grow. That would be amazing, right? That'd be awesome. Thanks, Simon. All right, Ollie, please take a look at OMG. Yeah, let's have a look at OMG because OMG is one that we're big on over at Cryptogasmic. So we did send out a signal for OMG. We said accumulate under $4, but the ultimate great area was $3.24. Okay, which was back in here. Sorry, $2.24. Back in this area last week. No, where was it? What we sent the signal out a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, $3.24. Sorry, what am I talking about? $3.24 was the area we were looking at. And we set the signal, it was up here, and we said, look for the $3.24 area. So this was the right zone for it. 5 waves is off right now. Consolidated nicely up out of there. Now, the thing with OMG that you have to be careful of, you don't ever want to chase this coin too much because it really does do this all the time, right? It does this all the time. So this is one that you can just buy and sell to the top or just buy it and hold it, right? Because this is what it did back in August. And I mean, if we can go back, okay, so, same thing. Once it gets going, it goes, all right? So you can see now that we're on look at the longer frame. We're just consolidating. Like that's all it's doing, right? So once we break out of this, boom, she's going to take off. Okay, so this is why I want you to accumulate it, as low as you can. That 324 was great. Anywhere under there, if it goes down to 250 again, don't panic. This seems to be the area it's holding now. So pretty well through there. Anything below there is bearish and it goes pretty quickly. So there's our trading area. If it fell under there, you could probably short it down to $2 or whatever it is. But anytime it gets down near this bottom white line is where you want to buy OMG. My line's on the piss. Sorry about So yeah, it's holding that very, very well. That's the 3-day now that we're looking at. 1, 2, 3. So on a longer term wave perspective as well, right? 1, 2, bang. Look at that, right on the fib. 3, and right back onto the 4th. So if this continues, which I think it will, $8.30, $9.09. So I just really think this is one you're going to double your money on, double or triple your money on. And that looks like the perfect target area there, that $8.38. Looks like the perfect, that looks like the perfect take profit area to me. I think we nailed the buy areas. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on OMG. Okay, that's so that's some good profits there. If you 161%, 5 exit, 3 exit if you want. Don't. I'm holding a bit of a loss on it right now, but I'll average down, get some more, and I'm just going to hold because we've just got to break this on the long-term trend, and this is all the way from August last year. Okay, so but she's definitely on the move, so I would expect to move up out of here when everything else sort of picks up and goes on its big run. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for there. We've got time for 1 or 2 more today, guys. So if anybody wants a coin that you want me to look at, let me know. We've only got 15 people watching. We don't have, I'm not really I just like doing this. I like doing it for you guys. If I can help one person or get you into something. I want to have a look at Litecoin. Litecoin's one I haven't looked at for a little while. Let me have a look at fun first. Fun. If you're joining me for the first time and you're looking for a 1 cent option, not even 1 cent, I don't think. Oh, it has broken to 1 cent. So we've been in crypto. We've been into fun like since all the way back here. So she's a good one. So this was our entries down here. And I haven't touched this chart in like a week or whatever it was we set the signals out, okay? So we hit our first target area, push through to the second target area, and now loads of opportunity in the resistance third area, okay? So we might see a bit of a retrace on that one now back down to here, but anybody who jumped in that trade with us, a nice 15% over 4 days, something like that, right? Which is good, but hold on to her because she's going to fly as well, all right? A lot of people ask me about EOS. Not a project I'm a fan of anymore, to be honest. I used to be, I kind of lost my vibe on the old EOS. So small trend up all the way from December. Yeah, I mean, I think I pointed this one out as a short yesterday in the group. I think, it was kind of in there. So I'm shorter on EOS rather than I am long. You could probably look at this short down to 257 if you really wanted to. 259. There's a 3 to 4% trade there on EOS short, I would say. Yeah, but for me, it's not that one's kind of off my radar. If I do see things like this and I want to jump in, then I'll jump in. Let's throw a few candlestick patterns up there, see if we can teach a few things while we're at it, if anybody. So this is a great indicator to add from trading to you guys, all the patterns of the candles, okay? So a lot of low shadows, spinning tops, so nothing really definitive that's happening there. That does look like a pattern that may go up, actually. Maybe. Maybe there's a run there for EOS. Maybe. Right, so you want to see, but I wouldn't touch it until it's got some support. Out of here, it's too risky. Link is another one that everybody keeps asking me about. So let's have a look at her. Nothing really there on the candles. Okay, so let's have a look at Link. Okay, so I'm watching this zone pretty carefully. Okay, so there's a nice 8% zone right there. So I would say on Link. Let's get a straight line. I did have a few tequilas for the football yesterday. I got a detox this week. So right in that area where it is now is where I would be. Link is one I'm going to start to get on my radar as well. My dog is snoring in the background. Okay, so if we get a candle, so it's holding that resistance good there. So yeah, okay, so I wouldn't even look at this going short unless it breaks down here, right? And then we might get a bit of a washout of all of this. Right, you can see we had a nice run up there, wash some of it out there, another run. So, you know, we may have to wash this out down to the $20 area, maybe. Maybe even more. So there's your trend. So it's very important in order for it to keep going that it does hold these EMAs and these trends. RSI is oversold, which is nice on the 3. I think we might have topped out here for now, to be brutally honest. Really high on the MACD as well. I mean, look at that. That's just silly. That's crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, so this is, I mean, it just has to come back down a little bit. So Link, if you're in it, I'd be taking some profits. And, you know, if it surprises us and it keeps going, then we're going to be looking for some support out of here. If we do around that 23.80, if it kind of just starts to get a bit of momentum there. It fell out of it and now it's trying to get back in. Okay, so, I mean, it does, we do have that candle there as well. But nothing else going on there. So I would be really looking where I had it, right where she is now. Okay, so look for a lot of resistance in this area. I love doing this shit, guys, so please give me a like, subscribe to my channel. I do market update videos every day. Come to www.cryptogasmic.com, sign up for free. I'll give you a free upgrade, put you in the VIP chat room. We'll try and make you some money through your own trades, right? That's the thing. You don't want to be just listening to other people who tell you buy here, sell there. Most of them don't have any idea what they're doing, right? You got to know what you're doing. So Link is one to watch. I would probably, and there goes the alarm again on the Bitcoin. So I really do need to check these settings out. Where are the settings on my alarms? Here. It's the Bitcoin alarm. Which is where is it? BTC. It's this one. Sorry guys, once I'm off of here, I will fix these alarm settings up. I'm just not sure where to, can't remember where to do it. I had a big weekend again. That will stop shortly. Where is that alarm coming from? Everything's in massive red, so let's have one final look at Bitcoin before we call it a day, right? So there she is. So right here is where we need to hold some support. So this could be our spot to go long. Is that because it was on the logarithmic chart? Why have I got that line there? Yeah, so if we look at it on the line chart, it's a lot clearer, isn't it? Look, you know, so yeah, down we've got that white line, 31,790. That could be a good spot to start looking long again. Any break, and the reason I like that is because if you get in here and it goes long, you've got a nice trade into here, and you're possibly in it if it runs. If it falls through, once you get in here, all it's got to do is go there and you're out. All of a sudden you can switch to short. Okay. Yeah, if it gets through there, then you just switch to a short position, right? Because if it breaks there, then we're probably going to run down pretty quick to 28, something like that, and grab a wick maybe. Yeah, so that's definitely how I'd be looking at Bitcoin right now. Yeah, that works perfectly, actually. So that's the way we're going to play Bitcoin today, guys. This is the one I'm going to finish with. Neo, we can have a look at Neo. No problem, Thomas. Even though there's only a few people watching, I'd really like to thank you. I enjoy doing these things. You know, it's good fun. So yeah, that's how. So now we're getting a little bit of support out of there, right? So a little bit of a bounce back out of there. So yeah, let's have a really strong look at the 31,746 around that area. All right. So we'll finish up with Neo. A lot of red there. It's funny how we have one red day, one green. Today's red, and then by the time I wake up and tomorrow, it's been green all night. So I think I might have to change my. I find it really hard to short things. You know, it's even though there's lots of money, and common sense would tell you like, as soon as that broke, go short, right, and take your profit, go short again, and just stay in it from there to there. That's the common sense, but I just find it so hard to short something because I love crypto and I just want it to go up. But this really does look bearish to me, to be really honest. You know, in the short term, and I'm going to stand by my word that we're going to see in between $26,000 and $28,000 again. All right. I don't know when, but I'm going to stand by my word. That's what we're going to see. Because just as easy as we're holding the 32, sort of this area here, you know, we're also finding resistance pretty easy, you know, and it's just getting lower and lower. Look, high, whoops. So here's another good way to look at it, guys. Highs are just getting lower and lower. Okay, no, we do have a little bit of a high there. So let's see, and again, our lows. Our lows were getting higher as well. So that is going to compress into this big triangle that we can see. And then we're going to break one way or the other, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Almost all the way from there. That, yeah, I mean, look how good that is. So, I mean, there really is a big triangle, and our runs up are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So one way she's going to blow, through that. My bet is probably down. So I'll wait for that, and that's either way. And if we can break this, that'll be really, really bullish as well, right? And then we get through the red cloud. So depending on what happens here, will be, at that point, I'm going to place a nice long-term margin trade and stick with it, once we do break through here, because then we're going to have a new channel to trade. And I'm just seeing all these resistance areas. Look at that, right? Huge resistance area. Look at that. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, right? That's our kind of area, whether we're going to go bullish or bearish. That's that right there. What you're looking at there, it really is that simple, guys. Okay, so that median line of median price of 33.69. We're seeing more and more candles open and close below there now, right? We've fallen through now, so this would be the line when I would say to go, bullish or bearish. So in that case, anytime it comes to here and it starts to fall, take a short position. Watch for here, you can get out there, or you want to be in it when it actually does make that move, okay? Or the other way, right? So, yeah, the closer up to this line, any resistance, jump in long. Once we get above here, and we can, you can go long. Sorry, the other one was short. You can go long, but that is definitely exactly how I'm going to play it. I like that right there. Let's screenshot that little baby. Okay, so that's how we're playing that one right now. All right, so Neo, we'll finish up with Neo. Neo is another one that I love. And she's been off my radar for a little while as well. I remember getting the group into this one back at $13. I was huge on this, like sub 10, earlier last year. So yeah, we had entries at 15.88. I actually hold a lot of Neo, so it took a while to get going. Back here. Remember, it was sub 10. It was like all of this consolidation, and it did exactly the same thing in the first bull run, right? Real heavy long, well, long for crypto. Even back through here, no. I mean, look at that. Wouldn't you do anything? Just buy Neo again at $4. So this area here, when it flirted with the $10 mark, I mean, that's from May to August, so 5-6 months, and it really hasn't turned back now, right? So for me, Neo's looking great, looking really great. All right, so support. It has gone back into some resistance. A little bit of resistance there. Okay, so there's the channel she's in. Right now, we're just going to be watching the EMAs on Neo. It's another one I might get back into again for trading. Yeah, there's a bit of resistance on there right now, so I would again be looking at, you know, that area there. So to me, that has not proven the $20 test yet. Okay, you can see it's building a little. Again, this is kind of looking a bit bearish to me. So this could be a position to go short if it breaks through there. Then you got to watch this really strong area. So again, it just depends on how much you want to gamble, right? So there's a couple of options of playing this short. You could get in on a break of here. I would put a stop loss on it at any time that I get into profit. Any breakthrough on here, I get out. We're really watching this support resistance area. You know, it may take a couple of times. You know, like this, right? So just decide if it's one you want to trade. I like it, again, because it does follow TA. And, you know, there could be a little bit of a short there. If the whole market does have a tank, you're in all the way down to the trend line, or all the way down to here. But eventually, you know, we're bullish on everything. So once we, again, break through this, there, right, there's the, so again, there's the zone that we're in. So you want to buy her as close down to here as you want. You want to sell her as close to this red line, blue line as you can. And if it goes up above, you can always buy more. And then you're looking at this resistance area here. All right, so I hope that helps. Thomas, one more. Could you share your Ichimoku settings, perhaps in the VIP group? I have no problem sharing them here. I got rid of one of my indicators for some reason. Which one did I get rid of? My 200 EMA disappeared for some reason, so I have to re-add that. Ichimoku, yeah, sure. Let's have a look at my cloud settings. So those are my inputs for the Ichimoku cloud: 20, 60, 120, 30. And if you like the way the mine looks, so when you first get Ichimoku, you probably got all of this. Probably looks something like that, right? I get rid of all of those. And we just want the plots background, and you can like change the transparency, the color, whatever nice little colors you like. And that's how I set mine up. I just kind of like the way it looks, and my eyes are used to it now. So but yeah, Neo is definitely in that resistance, the same as Bitcoin. So she's going to follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin tanks, and here's the great thing with crypto, right? So if Bitcoin starts tanking, you can jump on 2 or 3 coins and short them all at the same time, or long them all at the same time, right? Don't try and do too much. Neo's a good one. OMG runs with Bitcoin. A couple of the new ones. Litecoin. Litecoin is another one that I like, and it has to wash out. So again, easy patterns to look out for as far as trading areas are concerned. All right, so we don't really want a trader in these areas. For me, it just looks like a lot of resistance. I really am expecting a lot of these coins to go short. I wouldn't be surprised to see Litecoin retest 120. You know, just to get back down to these green clouds and just wash out again. You know, this run up, which again is going to bring amazing buying opportunities, because, you know, at the end of the day, we still run in an upward trend. Okay. But you can see we're a long way off trend, right? A long way off of trend. I mean, we're way off of that trend. I wouldn't mind seeing the Litecoin at $70 again. Well, no, I don't want to see it at $70 again because I own loads of it already. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's just when you look at it like that, you can see what a run it's been. So it's only common sense to say that it's going to see. It's been just resistance the whole way. I mean, if we're going to play that, we've got to play that. So there's a lot of area in that one. So let's first of all look at it this way. All right. So yeah, and it's making a nice little pattern here. It gets up, can't hold it. Any fall down through here, I'd be going short into the resistance. Maybe it'll break down through, but you know, this is all positive. Or you can wait and not go short and then try and get long when it hits these positions. That might be a safer way to go because we are in a bull market at the end of the day, and you know, it's pretty risky shorting in a bull market and longing in a bear market, right? So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. I really love doing these things. Find us at cryptogasmic.com. There it is. We're going to give you a free 7-day trial. If you sign up, get a free membership, www.cryptogasmic.com. Free membership, and we will subscribe you. I will upgrade you for a week, put you in the VIP chat room and all of that sort of stuff. All right. So from me, it's goodbye for now. And as I always say, guys, be really, really kind to other people, but more importantly, be kind to yourself. Okay. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.